What's good with you, baby?
What's happening? My boy ain't even talking in the mic, god dang.
I ain't got to. He can hear me. Sauce twins.
Too tall.
Too short. Hey. So, Super Bowl coming up Sunday.
Shout out to the Atlanta Rams.
Super Bowl coming up Sunday. And I just want to talk about crunch time. I want to talk about
That's my favorite time right there, crunch time.
I want to talk about now. Some of y'all might not agree, like it always happens, anyways. But in crunch time positions, let's specifically talk about football. Do players nut up? Do they fold? Do they choke? Or do they just simply drop the ball?
I mean, I know we're talking football. That could be basketball too now.
But I'm gonna talk about that now. You getting ahead of yourself.
Football, okay, I hear you.
Getting ahead of yourself
I hear
because
you.
I'm gonna drop this one on y'all. I think crunch time in basketball and baseball is a much more stressful situation than crunch time in football.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that right there.
Well, I agree.
Oh, I didn't think he was gonna agree.
Yeah, but yeah, it is though.
You agree? Hey,
Basketball.
let's get back. Now, do you just drop the ball?
All right, so football.
Or are you choking? Or do you choke? Or do you is it an insignificant play? I know there's a lot of significance around maybe a third and such, but is it just a simple drop? Or did you actually choke?
It's both. I think it's both.
I think football is such a bang, bang, make a move, boom, you working through it and the ball's there, boom. It's like it's more of like just a last minute kind of reaction type thing sometimes in most situations. Now, I feel like if there's a fade and you just outright beat the dude and he fell and you wide open
and you drop that thing,
I think that's more of a choke
than
some of these other plays where it's tight coverage.
And that's why I say I think it could be both.
Because I
done seen it.
Right.
What's his name? Was the Super Bowl for the Steelers? He was down the sideline and he dropped.
Talking about buddy from UT.
Yeah. And he dropped. He choked. He choked. Y'all know. Y'all know who we talking about.
I think, is he from Brenham?
I don't know now.
I think he's from Brenham.
I know he played for UT.
I think he's from Brenham.
But that's a choke.
That's more of a choke.
Yeah.
Like, because you don't consider somebody running across the middle, linebacker on his back, the ball comes in, boom, he don't really catch it, and then that was 4th down, and then that team loses, and they turn over on downs. You don't say,
we just dropped the ball.
Choked.
We just dropped the ball on that one.
You just said that's a drop ball.
Yeah, that wasn't a good play at that moment.
But is it? Like, did he choke? So he ain't choke?
He didn't choke. He didn't choke.
Okay. So
the other team was just ready. The other team was just ready.
So he didn't choke. Okay.
The other team was ready for that moment.
I think that, I don't know, you got
to be in those situations. It's a different mindset. Your mindset changes a little bit. Some people.
So he choked.
Some people. Listen.
So he choked.
Some people get wide-eyed and nervous.
That's choking. That's choking.
And don't know.
That's choking.
They don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen on this next play. They nervous. Yeah, that's when you choke.
That's choking.
But something like you said, going across the linebacker on you and the ball come out.
So it depends.
It
depends. So like a running back in the open field on a 4th and 2, he in the open field and he don't make a miss. You don't say, man, he choked. You just say good tackle. But to me, I'm looking at it like, man, you got to make him miss.
I hear you.
So that's so in football, it's like there are less like choke opportunities, I feel like, because making somebody miss is like, I don't know, maybe missing a layup, like going up against somebody in the open court, you one-on-one, and then you can't finish at the hole, the defense stop you. So you don't say that's not choking.
No, not if the defense.
That's not choking.
Now,
so you can only choke if you wide open. That's the only way you choke is if you wide open in any sport.
Well, I guess you could say that because I was gonna say if a quarterback choke, right? He throwing way off his mark.
Yeah, he choked. He didn't play. Because you look at the whole game, like, man, he choked. He didn't play that good. He didn't play.
Where was he throwing? Ain't nobody close to him. He just throwing that thing here and there.
And then it's like, can you have a great game and still choke? Can you have a great game and then at the end of the game, like you've been killing somebody, you've been killing them, and then at the end of the game, boom, you make a move, you come open, slant, boom, drop the ball, and you lose the game. Do you say, man, he choked? Or do you just say, dang? Or do you say he choked?
You say, God dang it,
He choked.
He choked.
So you can have 10 catches, 60 yards, and drop that game-winning ball, you choked.
In crunch time, yes.
So he choked.
In crunch time, he choked.
You see how people do you?
The rest of the game.
See how people do you?
The rest of the game.
You wouldn't even been in the game.
The rest of the
You wouldn't
game
have
was a
even been in the game if
breeze.
it wasn't for his 10 catches.
Yeah,
And
but
wasn't a breeze.
when it mattered,
The rest of the game ain't a breeze.
when it mattered, what happened? He didn't come through when he could have.
So can teams choke or only individuals?
Can teams choke? Yeah, if everybody out there bull jiving.
So can teams choke?
If everybody out there bull jiving, at that point, you know how it go. You just can't blame it just on one person.
So teams choke.
But
You just blame Buddy for losing the
But
game.
it do be that one person. But you can't just point fingers.
Unless it's the quarterback.
Can teams choke?
When?
I don't know if the teams, if I would call it choking, I call it more like not prepared.
I feel like
They weren't prepared for that game.
Okay.
So it ain't like they choked.
So here we go. Here's one for you. We're going to touch the untouchable. Coaches can't be touched.
Right.
Can coaches choke?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
I asked that because if the play is executed, if a play is executed, it's a good play.
Right. If the
That
play
play
gets
is executed, it's a good play.
great play. But if they don't,
Right.
then
That's on the players or the coach.
Then it's on the flip side.
So it's on the players or the coach. When the coach choke, how is he choking? Bad play call? Bad calls?
Bad play calling.
Bad play call. But every play, do you believe to a certain extent, if it's executed, that it's a good play? Is there really a bad play call?
in certain situations, yes.
But if it's executed, it's good.
If it's executed,
Because you like, man,
why are they running that in this situation?
I mean, I'm just saying. I say,
They lucked up and made it.
I say, Buddy from the Saints. What's the head coach?
Sean
name?
Payton?
I say Sean Payton had a bad play call on 1st and 10 with 2 minutes to go, leading, and they threw a slant instead of running the ball to run the clock out against the Rams. Threw a slant, but Drew Brees threw a bad pass, and it stopped the clock. That allowed the Rams time to get the ball back.
I hear you.
So everybody, including me, criticized the play call. But if it was executed, he was actually open.
If it was executed, it would have worked.
He was open.
I see.
So the Drew Brees choke? Ain't nobody talking about Drew. Ain't nobody saying Drew Brees choked because Drew Brees did not. I got
he
outplayed.
didn't play. Yeah, I'm about to say he didn't play his best.
He got outplayed.
So I don't know.
Everybody talk about the Saints, but really Sean Payton got outcoached as well.
They
Talk about that.
But do you say that they choked?
Did the Saints choke? Do you know what? There are a lot of missed calls in the game. It's very unfortunate that call happened in the open.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can probably find you about 6 plays where the Rams players were getting held and they didn't call it.
Oh yeah, they didn't call face mask on what's the name?
So my thing is this unfortunate that the time of the play call or the non-call, the timing of it was very unfortunate, but I could say the play calling could have been better. I could say the Saints only they didn't even rush for 100 yards. Maybe 80-something yards they rushed for. They didn't establish a run game. And Drew Brees had the ball first in the overtime.
They got outplayed.
So did they choke? Did the Saints really choke?
Or did they get outplayed?
Did the Saints choke? But let's move on. We're going to basketball. Okay? Now, I believe basketball.
That's a more.
I think it's baseball. I think baseball is the most clutch sport.
You think?
Yes.
I feel it. Basketball.
At that mound or that plate, when you at that plate, team need a run, and it's just you and the pitcher and everybody, and it's so much time and so much in between each moment that it's like it's a bigger moment to me.
3 seconds left in the game, you down by 1.
But I'm saying
you have you throwing the ball in.
I hear you got to go down
at
and hit
half
that shot.
court. What we gonna do?
Put it like this.
What we gonna do
Put it like
to
this.
get the ball into our best player's hand for him to take that last shot?
Put it like this. I think that more people expect the player to miss the shot than they do to hit it in basketball.
Right.
So I think that when you're at the plate, I think that the situation is a little bit more 50-50.
Right.
So
that's why. So then at that point,
so the expectation is higher,
right,
for the baseball player.
Exactly, to make that play, but the expectation isn't that high for that basketball player to make it.
So I think that the crunch, takes away from
no, because then it's like, is he gonna hit this? In baseball, it's you just said it's 50-50, so it's,
I'm saying
he's probably gonna hit this ball.
No,
but
I'm
if
saying for each one, he might. I'm not just talking about the pit. I'm not talking about the batter.
It's
or
for
the pitcher.
both.
So like the competition there.
I feel like last 3 seconds.
I feel like at the plate with 2 outs and a runner on second
is more.
I think baseball at that mound or at the plate is more of a clutch response than hitting the game-winning shot.
3 seconds left.
I hear you. I'm right here.
What you gonna do?
Man. I hear you. But think about this. When you miss that shot, it's not like that. When you miss, it's not like as much of a letdown as when you strike out.
That's just for the batter.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm saying, so if we just talking about the batter or if we talking about the pitcher. See, even with the pitcher, if you miss that shot, it's not as big of a deal as if you give up a triple or a double.
It is a big deal. Depending on situations.
I don't think so. I don't know. I just feel like
I gotta ride with basketball on that one.
Baseball being the most clutch.
That's for 3 seconds left.
Hey, 2 outs.
Been
3 seconds,
all
2
game,
outs. I'm just
and you
saying.
catch that ball on the inbound, and all you can do is turn and lift and shoot, and you make that thing.
I got a question.
And you make
I got a question. Is it harder to hit a jump shot or hit the baseball? Which one is a harder task?
It just depends.
No, it don't. It
depends on the athlete.
Hey, I'm gonna ask you.
It depends on the athlete.
I'm gonna ask which one harder for you.
Right, so it depends on the athlete. So for me, right, I ain't gonna be able to hit that baseball. I'm swinging at everything. Okay, I'm swinging at everything. All right.
Right, but I'm just saying, relatively speaking, if we want to talk numbers without talking the numbers, because I don't know the numbers, right? Which one you think is a harder task?
To hit that baseball.
to hit the baseball, so it's more
Yeah.
clutch.
No. that does not mean. Yeah, he be trying to finesse. No, that's not what that means.
But I'm just saying, I feel like baseball. I think that baseball requires more of a clutch gene, especially at that plate, than it does
in basketball.
Put it like this. I'll say this. I think you can get more lucky throwing up a random shot that requires no skill past half court, throwing that bit, than hitting a base, getting a single, double, triple, they want to call it, getting a base hit.
That boy Steph is not throwing up lucky shots.
I hear what you're saying about
He is
Steph.
throwing up.
I hear what you're saying
his
about Steph.
jumper.
Now, you just gonna pull out a unicorn. Okay, I hear what you're saying. But all I'm saying is I think it takes.
So you would rather see, if you watching on TV, you rather see the last inning with 2 outs in the game.
We're not talking about what we'd rather see. I'm saying what's more of a clutch gene.
So you would rather see someone hit the ball.
Don't ask me what I'd rather see. No, you can't ask me what I'd rather see because that's irrelevant.
That's clutch.
No, that's irrelevant. We're talking about what requires them. I'd rather see somebody get a touchdown or something like that.
Right.
I'd rather
at
see
the end of the game.
I'd rather
because
see a
they
touchdown
are clutch.
over a jump shot. So
yeah, because they are clutch.
So you think football is the most clutch?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I think basketball is the most clutch
So you think you need the most clutch gene
in basketball.
in basketball than baseball?
Yes.
Man, I'm gonna go with the clutch gene being in baseball at that plate, man. I done been at that plate.
Now I hear you. I ain't been at the plate, right? But I can almost understand what it feels like to be up there.
Now,
Just like free throws, end of the game. You get up there. Clutch.
Now, do you think?
Now,
do
you're
you
at the
think-
free throw line.
Hey, but the free throws. Do you think hitting the jumper, hitting a 12-foot jumper is more clutch than hitting those 2 free throws?
You better hit them. You better hit them free throws.
If you down by 1, which one more clutch? If you down by
If
1,
you down by 1,
to hit that jumper or to hit those 2 free throws? Because he got to hit 2 shots, not 1.
free throws is always going to be clutch. If you miss those free
Which
throws,
one?
you're not clutch.
Which one?
The free throws.
Free throws are most
The
clutch,
free
right?
throws.
Because you got to hit both of them.
Yeah, and if you miss one, you not clutch. They gonna say you choked. You choked. At the end of the
you
game,
miss one,
yeah,
you
if you an 85% free throw shooter, 90%,
And you done miss one?
and you miss at the end of the game on the line. Game is in your hands.
I think I seen LeBron do that.
He done did it.
Oh.
He done did it. They all done did it.
Why you gonna try to throw everybody in there?
We trying to throw him in
Y'all
there.
talking about the greatest of all
Hey,
time.
they
You
all
talking
done
about-
did it.
Y'all talking about the
But
GOAT.
when they do it, then they
That's what you
choke. That's a choke.
So great players choke.
Absolutely.
So it's not just a
Absolutely.
missed shot. They actually choked. So LeBron actually choked. He didn't just miss. He choked. Say it.
He done choked.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure. I ain't got nothing to say. Right.
So LeBron choked. He didn't just miss. Okay.
In
Okay.
crunch time situations.
Okay.
He done did it.
Okay.
But he not the only one.
We're not talking about everybody.
Everybody. This is for everybody.
We're not talking about everybody. We're talking about people with the clutch gene.
Now he got that clutch gene.
If you miss more than you make, do you got the clutch gene?
Yeah. Just depends on.
No.
Yes, it depends
no
on
other-
how much more you done missed.
Okay.
It just can't be if
So
you miss more.
coaches can choke. Coaches can choke.
What about the teams?
A team
I feel like the team just wasn't prepared.
a team can go out there and choke, especially basketball. You go
Man,
out there
choke.
and they nervous, and the team come out there and intimidate them, and they can choke. Teams can choke. I done seen teams go out and just play no good.
Yeah, I feel like they ain't
The
prepared.
Houston Rockets, they have choked, including James Harden.
This year?
No,
Oh.
he's averaging 40 this month. Nah.
Yeah, they better do something.
But yeah, I don't know. Y'all tell us what y'all think. Baseball or basketball, you requires more of the, and take your whole emotion out of the excitement of basketball, because I know half of our viewers don't even watch baseball quite like that, probably. But what you think?
You trying to see that buzzer beater.
That buzzer beater, it's exciting.
Now.
It's closer. There's more fans closer to the court. It's an exciting ending. Yeah.
Now them walk-off home runs.
Now you look at some of the most exciting the end of baseball games, or walk-off double or whatever. RBI getting a run in to win the game. That's clutch.
It is. Not taking anything from the baseball players.
I just think that baseball, hitting that ball while the pressure is on, not knowing what kind of pitch you're going to get, because to me, there are more moving variables, more obstacles in that one than.
It's only one.
Yeah, but it's coming 95 or
It's only one
miles an hour.
Yeah, but
And it's this big.
I'm throwing the ball into LeBron. Everybody coming and attacking
They
him.
bet not.
And
He just gonna pass it.
And
And everybody
he's
not
still
coming to him.
jumping.
He
And
just
he's
gonna
still
pass it, and he not
jumping.
gonna take the shot.
Well,
Most times
well,
LeBron
well,
gonna pass it anyways.
Well,
LeBron gonna pass it
Well,
anyway. I love you,
well,
LeBron. I love you.
that's
I
the
respect
variables.
you. I respect you. I respect you more than I respect those other two guys. You know,
go ahead and say the names.
I respect you more than I respect Kobe and LeBron as a man. But when it comes to that savagery, I got to go with Mike and I got to go with Kobe. But I respect LeBron like no other. What y'all going with now? Y'all going with baseball or basketball? Which one
Yeah,
requires
let's get the
clutch?
votes going now.
All right, go ahead and put us up a little vote thing on there, Rome.
Yeah.
Go ahead and
We'll
hit
have the
that.
votes. We're going to let y'all know what it's looking like
Yeah.
next week.
Hey, but go ahead and hit the subscribe. Holler at us. Go on and do that.
Notifications.
Ass Sauce Twins.
Hey, man, hey.
Quick, hold on.
Hey, we back like we never left. We forgot something. Told y'all he don't be talking in this mic.
Hey. Now, what about missing a field goal?
They choke every time.
You know, we seen a lot of guys miss them field goals in the playoff. Anytime you miss that field goal, you choke.
Every time, bro. That's all they do at practice.
Ain't really nobody affecting nothing. Good snap, you better hit it or you choked. If you I
can't even really talk about it.
Missing a field goal to me. Oh, I don't know.
How you?
Missing a field goal, is it a bigger deal than missing free throws?
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't know.
Missing an extra point. You missing an extra point?
Well, it's what?
Not
30?
even a. Not
What
a
is it
field,
now?
An extra point.
What is the extra
What is
point
it?
now? 25?
25? Either way, 15. I don't know. It's still close.
It ain't on the 5.
No, it's on the 15.
Not on the no,
It's on
I said
10.
on the 5. Where they set the ball up now?
It doesn't matter.
I said it ain't on the 5.
It's close.
Forgot to add that 7 yards on the snap.
You practice kicking every day.
Which one is more clutch? Hitting free throws or hitting I guess you got to say how far the field goal is.
Yes. If we talking about a 50-pluser, and you hit that to end the game,
But if you miss
and they done iced you,
nah, I still think even a 50-yarder, if you miss that 50-yarder to win the game, I think you choked.
yeah. But what I'm saying that as far as being clutch, right? Just hitting the extra point ain't being clutch. But at the end of the game, 1 second left.
So you comparing extra points, it should be like field goals. I mean, field
Free
goals.
throws.
It should be like free throws.
Right.
But I absolutely think it's more clutch to hit your free throws than to hit an extra point.
Right. But now if you hit that thing 54 yards.
I think anything 40 and out. I say about 35 and out.
35? They knocking those. They knocking
40
those.
and out. 40 and out. Now
I'll
you start
give it
getting
40.
50. Now we looking.
You
Now we
clutch.
looking. You got legend.
You clutch.
You gonna become a legend.
But all these kicks going far left, far right.
Hitting the goal upright.
What y'all doing? Huh?
Yeah.
I'm gone now. I'm done.
All right. Bye.
Come on.
What will you sacrifice to be great?